Hi everyone, Wilson here. Welcome back to another video. There's two SLKs in the background. What's going on here? Let me explain. So since releasing the first video on how to repair the interior heater on the SLK R172, you can watch the first video on the above link. A subscriber contacted me with the same issue to investigate and fix his one on his car. So he brought the car down to me this morning. So the problem he's explaining is that the heater no longer works, or it either stays cold or too hot, no longer regulates. Sounds like the same problem as my one with the blender flaps. So I'm going to get my diagnostics on it and see what I find. But keep watching to the end, because I also have some hints and tips, which wasn't included on my first video, to make the repair more successful. So just plugged in the diagnostics into my subscriber's SLK. Lo and behold, there you go. Blend flap mechanical fault. The same fault code as I had in my car. So I'm 95% sure it's the same issue, seized blend flaps. Let's get to work. Right, so I won't explain how to dismantle the glove box. It's all explained on my previous video. So what I've got to work is I took the motor off, the stepper motor, over there from that original location at the back. I tested that motor already. That does spin when I change the temperature control. So this is a single zone climate system, same as my car, so it only has one motor on the left side. The other side, it has no motor, but the spline is connected all the way across. So this part wasn't included in my previous first video, so this is an additional part which I'll show you why we need to get to the driver's side, because under there, somewhere up there, is the end of the shaft of the blend flap mechanism. So what I'm going to show you is how to get to that location, lubricate that as well, and how to free it from this location as well, because obviously just doing the left side wasn't enough. You have to do this side as well. So to take this panel off, there's 3 screws here, which are T20s, same as the other side. Undo it, and then this panel kind of wiggles off. You have to sort of maneuver it a bit and it'll come off. You have to take the OBD connector off. So this one just literally, I'd slide the little bracket here, the top one, and then the OBD plug just unplugs, simple as that. The temperature sensor needs to be disconnected, so remove this clip, the loom clip, and then unclip the temperature sensor. And then finally, well, I've done it already, but you need to take the boot release mechanism off. It's pretty self-explanatory. It's just a cable like this. I'll just show you, like this. You get a pair of pliers. You need to unhook it from this. You've got to open it up, unhook it from this location here, and then it will just come off. So once that's come off, take the whole panel off, and then we can access the next part. Right, let's get to the driver's side first. It's really awkward. Let me try and get my camera under there with my body under there as well at the same time. God, blimey, there you go. Right, let's try and find. Right, you can probably, I don't know if you can see on the camera. Oh, there it is there. That spline mechanism is hidden right there. Now, give that a lubricate as per with the WD-40 silicone, and then stick your molegrips. I've got a miniature molegrips. I'm going to stick it on there. I'm not worried about damaging the spline mechanism because there's no motor this side, it's a single zone. And then put your molegrips on there and give it a twirl left and right, up and, well, not up and down, left and right to free it. So let's go for it now. So really tight space. So I've got my molegrips on it, as you can see, miniature ones, onto the spline mechanism. Grab hold of it with my other hand, if I can get my hand in there, and then twirl it, just left and right, anti-clockwise, clockwise, twirl it around. It was really gunked up earlier. I couldn't move it. I had to soak it in WD-40 for about half an hour, and now it's really loose. Look at this, look. It won't turn 360 degrees, just bear that in mind. It only turns about, I would say, less than 90 degrees. So that is cold air on the anti-clockwise. And then if you turn it clockwise to about, well, it's not quite 90 degrees, that's the end stop. that's hot air, so it doesn't, just bear that in mind, it doesn't twirl all the way around, it just goes about a short distance like this, like that. Yeah, it's really loose now, so I think it's done it quite well. So I'm going to lubricate the other side and hopefully we should be winning. Right, WD-40 silicone also applied to the to the passenger side, so the left side they call it, blend mechanism, located somewhere in there. And let's see if I can get it in focus. You can probably just about see it. Yeah, so I've let it soak for about 10 minutes. I've gone back to the driver's side to actually give it a twist, anti-clockwise, clockwise, to loosen out further. So I talk about hints and tips, so I'll give you a tip as well when we're installing this motor. So this motor, as you can see, it's got a flat end on the spline mechanism. You can see that, the flat. Now that flat needs to align with the spline mechanism at the back over there, because if you don't align that correctly, that motor won't sit in properly, and that's a pain in the butt to get this in. The way to do it is on that spline mechanism, adjust it from the other side so the flat mechanism, the flat side faces down 180 degrees. Now adjust this motor so that spline flat position is also facing down, which will be facing that way because the motor is fitted like this. Now to get that to face down, to spin around, is to start, well, not start the car, turn the ignition on, adjust the temperature knob, and that will start spinning. Now when it spins to the right orientation, i.e. facing flat, downwards, unplug this loom, which I've just done now, and then that will enable that flat position to stay in that position, and then you can install the motor a lot easier, because if it's not aligned it won't sit in, it will just wobble around and you'll spend ages. So that's hopefully a good little tip for you guys. Right, that's all put back together, well, the motor anyway, it's all put back, all lubricated. I've been testing it and I can see it move, so if I can get my camera up there, over there, that's spline mechanism. Let me adjust the temperature, so bear with me. Right, I'm adjusting the temperature and hopefully you should see that spline mechanism is moving, which is great news. And I'll turn it back the other way to the cold position, and it's going to move the other way. Good, I'm happy with that. Hi, back again for a quick update. So my subscriber's car, as you can see here, has been put back together. However, it's not a full fix, it's a partial fix. I'm still getting the blender flap malfunction fault code, even though earlier when I checked, the shaft for the blender flap was moving. So something in the heater box has gone afray. Could be misaligned flaps or something, but it's terminal. However, I can get it to work if I leave that bottom footwell air directional indicator on. Everything will work as normal. Heat will heat up, it will cool down, etc., and regulate. As soon as that's turned off, nothing will work, it will just stay static. Now my subscriber has agreed for me to give it a go and replace the heater box. Unfortunately, it's a massive job. The whole dash needs to come out, everything as you see there. Whole day job, maybe more. Now, I'm up for a challenge. I've not done it before, but I want to give it a go. I'm going to do a separate video to cover that procedure. So please remember to like, share and subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next one. Cheers, bye.